We have a guest joining us in studio. Actually, he's done this a lot before. He's done it before with me, but before that, he was the main guy in the rotation from the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Department. Dan Tom joining us this morning. And first of all, welcome back.
Well, I'm so happy to be here. I love coming to the radio program.
I was just telling. In fact, it was funny because when Ken was leaving last week, I said, when Dan retires, radio would be a good second career for him.
I don't know about that. I think I'd probably get life threats. Maybe you do anyway. I don't know.
Only since I started working for the newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you, by the way. And
It's good to be back.
Number two, what's on the agenda for the morning?
Well, over the last week, I've been just getting swamped with complaints, senior citizen complaints in regards to getting all the scams. It is getting absolutely crazy out there. We're getting four and five calls a day sometimes for these telephone scams. And I thought I'm just going to touch on it because we have a lot of people that listen to your program, senior citizens, and they're pretty well informed on your program, people that listen to it. But I just got to talk about, there's one, the IRS one. I don't know if you've heard about that one or not, but they call up and say, we are the IRS and you owe us money and you have to send it to, through this program or even PayPal. I mean, whatever. And if we don't do that, we're going to send a police officer down to arrest you.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not kidding. It scares people. And I keep telling people the IRS will never call you. They will send letters to you, but they'll never call you. And we're, a generation that has always been polite and courteous on the phone. It's hard to break that, because when I was growing up, you always answered the phone. You would always do that because it was a courteous, and you would talk to the person on the phone. And we didn't have scammers back then. But now these people that are a little older answer the phone because that's the way they've always done their life, right? And so once you answer the phone, it clicks you into their computer system, and they'll call you forever. So what I'm saying to you people, and I have many people that I talk to about answering the phone, if you don't recognize the number, don't answer it. That's what the message machine is for, because there's a computer that locks it in and then begins to put you on that call system. It doesn't matter if you put on the no-call list or anything like that, they still call you, especially because of the scammers. If the numbers are out of country, never answer them. And here's the one thing that is hardest thing for people that are above my age to do is hang up. Just hang up the phone. Don't even try to reason with them. But if you're an older woman or older man that you don't have anybody to talk to all day long, and somebody calls you, you're wonderfully happy to talk to them. And that's where they get their ploy in there. So I guess that's my biggest thing is if people are calling you and they're demanding money or you won money, don't do it. It's just not worth it. Not even worth it.
We're in that time of year, too, where it probably happens in spring more with repairs, but people are getting ready and trying to winterize homes. And other scams, you got people who are going around and say, well, I can take care of this for you. And I'm sure there's some of that going on, too.
Yeah. And what I say to those people is always get a reference before you get them. It's okay to get a bid, but I always get a reference. Be cautious because sometimes they'll even charge you for bids. I can clean out your gutters. And they'll say, give me a bid, and then they charge you $10 or $40 for a bid. So there's a lot of that going on. There used to be an asphalt thing that went on, too.
Dan Tom is in studio with us from the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Department. It is coming up on 8:37. Bill Cowley with you as well on Top Story. And we have a caller with us. Caller, you're up next. You're on the air.
Yeah, I've got a couple things. Number one, first on topic, there's another call that I've received quite a few times over the last year where somebody with a distinctly foreign voice tells you that you've got a problem with your operating system on your computer and they want to get access to your computer so they can fix it. I engage them for a little bit and I tell them they're fools and hang up.
Oh my goodness. We had a couple cases where $2,500, $3,500 have been taken because they let them have access into their computer. And once they do that, you get into their banking files and everything else. So never let anybody in. Don't even make calls to do that. Again, I always ask for references on everything we need to do. So that's a pretty good scam. That one has worked pretty well. People that are even wary of it get caught on that one.
No, and I remember years ago hearing about somebody who worked for a state attorney general's office who got hit for $10,000.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It can happen to people who are generally, up to speed on these things.
One more that was interesting that I've seen it twice in the Magic Valley where someone calls up and say, "I'm your grandson and I'm in jail in Mexico." And you need to help me post the bail. And their tears are coming, and it's an emotional thing. And as a grandparent, I'm a grandparent too. Heck, I would jump at the fact to be able to help my grandkid, and he lost $3,000.
Oh,
yeah, over that one. And he finally thought, this doesn't make sense. I don't think my grandson's in Mexico. And he called up his grandson. He wasn't. But it was the emotional effect that they use on that. And so, boy, if they're anything on the phone, I just say hang up. That's just me.
And a lot of these people are not local either,
Oh,
so
no,
you
no,
can't
no.
necessarily go out and arrest
And
them.
that's the hardest part is we can't really do much. The attorney general has to do it, and they're so backlogged with stuff. We can't hardly do anything with these things because the crime is really taking place the origination of the call. So it really is difficult for us. We do police reports, information reports to forward on, but that's about all we can do.
Before they do anything, after they think if they get a little suspicious, though, they might want to place a call to the department anyway, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would ask that because then these are the kind of things that we can spread. I speak in senior citizen centers. I speak in schools. So I'm always talking about these next scams are coming up, and so call us because I need to know on top of them myself.
I was going to say, good seeing you again.
Yeah, it's
and,
great to be here.
We have to do this more often.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll do it again, I think, in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll be here.
And in fact, 2 weeks from today, which will be, I got to do the math in my head. It's going to, because we're going to do it in a new month, October.
Something.
Yeah. Well, all right. Dan, thanks for dropping
You
by.
bet. Glad to be here.
We've got more coming up. Just a quick note, the injury total in New Jersey now is well over 100, according to Fox News. We'll have an update on that ahead this morning as well. You're listening to News Radio 1310 KLIX and newsradio1310.com. It's 58 at 840.